I was recently asked what are the three things that I would do if I was starting fresh and I wanted to be successful financially. So, as a financial professional and working with people between the ages of 25 and 55, here are the three things that I would recommend to everybody to build a solid foundation. Number one would be cash flow management. And what I mean by that is managing the gap between your cash flow and your expenses. So, the Federal Reserve has done a bunch of studies showing that people spend about 96% of their income. And with their income rising at 4%, their expenses follow the exact same pattern of rising at 4%. So, in more simple terms, when your income is rising at 4%, you have more money in your account and you're spending more every single year at the same rate that your income is growing. So if you want to be successful financially, a lot of wealth is built in that gap between your income and your expenses, which for most people is only about a 4% gap, and that's their savings rate. So if you're only saving 4% when the Federal Reserve says you need to be saving at least 15% to live the way you're living now in the future, having control of your cash flow is the first step in getting there and finding a way to separate your spending from your saving. Because most people right now, they're living in a world where their saving is manual and their spending is automatic. For most people, their money goes directly into their checking account and they want to spend what they see in their checking account. So if you're earning 4% more every year, but it's going directly into your bank account, you're going to want to spend more every year instead of manually setting money aside into your savings of choice. And being able to separate those two and have a system in place to capture those dollars that you're earning every single year that are above your base salary is key. And then you can use that surplus savings to create cash flow engines and different tools to build your wealth over time. Number two is building up a cash flow reserve. Now, why is it important? Why wouldn't you put all your money into an investment or into something that's going to grow rapidly over time? The reason for building up a reserve of cash flow is in case there's an investment opportunity. For example, I've heard of people where they have access to cash and Bitcoin drops down significantly and they're able to deploy that money into it and then capture those gains in a short amount of time. This isn't the strategy that everybody should be doing, and I'm not giving you advice, but what you can do if you have cash flow reserves is be able to take advantage of opportunities that most people wouldn't be able to. If real estate goes down, if there's an investment opportunity that you know something about, whether it's real estate, collecting cards, or it's antiques, or it's sterling silver, whatever it is, if something happens that creates an opportunity, but you can't act on that opportunity because you don't have cash sitting somewhere, you're a sitting duck. So being able to have cash in a safe place that you have access to, where there's no fluctuation, there's no volatility, but you have that money sitting there to deploy is very, very, very advantageous when you're young. And I see a lot of people missing out on this. The third and final tip is velocity of money mixed with diversification. So velocity of money means that your money is doing more than one job. So for example, you're putting money into the stock market, you're putting it into a mutual fund, an ETF, whatever the case is, your money's doing one job, and that is to earn interest, which is fine. It's a tool that can be used at the right time in the right place. But if you can have a way for your money to do more than one job, then you're creating efficiency and velocity of money. That means incrementally you're going to be getting more and more wealth built up because your money's doing more for you. Now, an easy way to explain this, and I'm not saying this is the only way to do it, but is through real estate. Real estate is a good example that most people understand. When you buy a property, you can have rental income, you can have the property go up in value, you can have tax advantages, your money's doing multiple things. Now, yes, it can be a volatile market, there can be a lot of speculation, it's not guaranteed, but what that does is it makes your money do more than one job over time if you get the right property and the right investment. And another one could be whole life insurance, where you get cash values, you get death benefit, disability, you get creditor protection, your money's got velocity. So different ways that you can find to velocitize your money will hugely benefit you in the future when you're building wealth, especially when you're younger, because then you can have that accumulation for a longer period of time. Now, most people, they don't think of it in this way. They want to put their money into an investment and forget about it, which is fine depending on what your goals are. Now, the thing about that, your money's doing one job. It's not a multifaceted approach where your money's doing different things. So the top three things in order now are cash flow management, making sure that you have control over your income increases and your expense increases so that you can build wealth in that gap between the two. Number two is access to capital, having a pot of cash that will be there for you if you have an investment opportunity in the future or if you need it in an emergency. And number three is the velocity of money and diversification within your portfolio. So making sure that your money is doing more than one job and not putting it all in one single place. So I just wanted to make a quick video here to give you guys some tips that I give to people when they wonder what my top three are, or what I should, if they ask me what you should be doing if you're young, you're starting off, or what are the three most important things to think about. These are three that came to mind. I just wanted to make a quick video about it to give you guys some insight into what I think and what I tell people when I'm working with them. So hopefully this helped you out. And if it did, let me know in the comments below.